Welcome to Power Flow. Happy Friday, everybody. I'm Jess, for anyone new to me. And this is going to be 45 minutes of moving and breathing and hopefully leaving you feeling really well, really tuned into your body afterwards. So let's get started sitting nice and tall in whatever way works for you. Your eyes can close, your hands can just fall heavy wherever they fall. And breathe. In the nose and out the nose. In and out. Take a few more breaths like this, just kind of making the transition onto the mat, into this practice, giving yourself permission to fully be here for these 45 minutes. When you're ready, go ahead and bring your hands to your heart and set an intention for your practice. Your own word or phrase or whatever your reminder is to yourself of why we come to the mat. And then when you're ready, blink your eyes open, stretch the arms up high. Exhale to one side, lean into it, big stretch. Inhale, rise right back up. And exhale, take it the other way. Inhale, rise. Exhale, take your twist, one hand back, one hand forward. Inhale through center, reach up. And exhale, press the other way. Inhale, rise up, reach up. And then drop it back behind you, open across your chest. Inhale, rise up. And forward fold. Hang nice and heavy here, let your head drop. Let your jaw fall open and loose. Your eyes, that spot right in between the eyebrows where lots of worry might like to live. Let that spot soften and relax. And then on your next breath, come up to all fours or make your way to all fours. And we'll take some cat-cows, nice and wiggly ones. Inhale, look up, and exhale, round it out. Inhale, look up. And exhale, breathe out. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Go back to neutral. And then let's take the right foot back behind you. Dig those toes into the ground, so right leg is straight. Go for some good stretch here. Really press into your heel. Feel the calf muscles, the ankle. Breathe there, press back into your foot. And then place that right knee back down. Same thing on the left side. Left toes digging into the ground. Press through your heel. Breathe. And place that knee back down. Let's come up to a high plank. So same legs that we were just working. Arms are super active. Shoulders are puffed up and strong. Belly button to spine. Breathe here. One more full inhale. And then as you exhale, take the hips high to down dog. In your down dog, rise up on your tippy toes. And then sink into the heels. Drop those heels low. Again, rise up, inhale, and exhale, sink the heels low. One more time like that, waking up the legs, inhale. Exhale, heels down. Look forward. Let's tiptoe to the top of the mat, but straight legs. Really enjoy the slow walk and stretch as you get to the top of the mat. When you get there, halfway lift, flat back. We're gonna hang out here for a moment. Y'all know how I love this pose. Reach your heart forward, shoulders down on your back. Doesn't matter how high up or down you are on your legs, worry about flattening this back. It's almost like you're doing cow pose right here, right? Reach the heart forward, pull the shoulders back, long neck, long throat. And then on an exhale, go ahead and forward fold soften. Bend everything, hang loose, right bell for a moment. Let's interlace the hands at your low back here and straighten the arms up and over. And then pedal your knees a little bit, rock the torso to that gentle little twist. Release your hands down, tuck your chin to your chest, round up to standing. Reach the arms out and up, look up to your hands. And exhale, hands to heart. Take a nice big breath in. Big, huge breath out. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold in half all the way down. Halfway lift, flatten out your back. And then hands go down, both feet step back, high push up and hold right here. Super strong, belly button to spine. Let's come down to forearms. Still super strong. And then tiptoe the toes as close to the elbows as they'll go. And tiptoe them back. Forearm plank. Then march up to high plank. And press the hips up and back, down, up. Huge breath in. Huge breath out. One more like that, inhale. As you exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, step or float feet to hands. Halfway lift, flatten out. Don't just skip it, really find the stretch. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, stand up, reach tall. Hands to heart. Again, inhale, reach up. Dive it forward, all the way down. Halfway lift, stretch. Hands go down, feet step back, high plank. Lower to that forearm plank. Tiptoe those toes in, feel the stretch in those hamstrings. Tiptoe the toes back. Come up to your high plank. Press back to down dog. 2 huge breaths in your down dog. On the exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, feet to hands, top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Rise to standing, reach. And exhale, hands to heart. Good. Let's do a good old-fashioned standard sun salutation. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, flatten out. Hands down, feet step or float back, find your way right down into chaturanga. Remember, it's a pose, not just a transition. Hang there for just a second. Inhale, then come up dog. Bend those elbows a bit, hug the elbows in toward the body. And then take it to down dog. 2 huge breaths in your down dog. Bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, feet to hands, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise up tall, reach up. Hands to heart. One more like that. Inhale, reach. Dive forward. Halfway lift. Hands down, feet step or float back, chaturanga. Hold. Inhale, up dog. Really pull your heart through. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in. Breathe it out. Heels dropping. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, hop feet to hands. Halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Rise up tall. And bring your hands to your heart. Pause here for a moment. Take a breath. And then chair pose. Bring your big toes together to touch. Your heels have that bit of space between them. Squeeze the knees together. Sit down in your chair. Okay. And the luxury of having a camera, if you're doing this live, take a look at yourself. Can you tuck the tail and make that back nice and long and flat? Can your arms spark wide awake? Maybe they pull back out of your peripheral vision just a bit more. Pull the rib cage in line. On an exhale, forward fold. Take your feet hips width apart, grab your big toes. Look forward and breathe in. Exhale, pull yourself down. Great big stretch for these legs. And it's not necessarily just hanging here. There's stuff happening, right? Pull with the arms, elbows out, east to west, side to side. Work the legs a little bit straighter. Just avoid going into that hyperextended place, right? Not too straight. Maybe the weight is forward a bit into the ball of each foot. And then go ahead and release your toes. Inhale, lift, halfway, flatten up. Exhale, hands down, feet step or float back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Lift your right leg up and back. And then step that foot in between your hands, top of the mat. Lower your back knee down and let's take it to a half split. So you'll straighten the right leg. Arms can reach up. Keep the length and the lightness in the chest as you forward fold. Hands can drop down to the ground or a block or a pillow or prop, whatever you've got. And breathe here. The right hip is subtly pulling back. The right toes can stay flexed, nice and strong. And then let's start to wave the right foot. So externally rotate till your pinky toe hits the ground. And then internally rotate till the big toe hits the ground or comes close. And then go back and forth like that. Wave the foot. Feel it stretch. All the different strands of muscles in the back of the leg. Good. From here, let your right toes point straight up to the ceiling one more time. And then bring both hands across to the right of the leg. So we're twisting in this half split across to the right. Yeah, it should feel pretty good, or stretchy at least. Maybe your palms can press into the ground. Maybe you could walk them a little bit farther into the twist. Are the right toes still flexed actively? Nice. Come back, face the front. Rebend that front knee. Tuck the back toes under, lift up that leg and step back. You can take the chaturanga and up dog or just meet in down dog. We'll take 2 more big breaths here. And then left side, lift the left leg high, step it forward, low lunge. Put the right knee down, the left leg straightens, half splits, reach up, and forward fold. So now our left hip is drawing back. Could you work your spine a little bit straighter? And those left toes flex a little bit more. And wave your foot, pinky toe coming toward the mat. Turn it the other way internally, big toe coming towards the mat. Ooh. Keep it going a few more times back and forth. And then bring the toes to face straight up to the sky again. Take both hands across to the left of the left leg as you twist. Palms pressing into the ground. Lots and lots of length and breath. All right, bring the hands back to the front. Rebend that knee. Tuck the back toes. This time step forward, fold in half at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Big toes touching, sit down, chair pose. Breathe. Forward fold, exhale. Let's take the feet hips width apart again. You can do the Padangusthasana or Padahastasana this time. Hands can go all the way underneath the feet, toes to the wrists. Look forward, lengthen, and then pull down into your forward fold. 5 breaths here. Think about lengthening the back of your legs, which might mean engaging the front of the legs, the quads. So you lift your kneecaps as you pull into this. Go ahead and release your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Hands down, feet back. Make your way to down dog. Moving with breath. And then take a nice big breath in. Huge breath out. Inhale. And yeah, that exhale. Right leg reaches up and back. Step it in between your hands. High lunge this time, rising up. Good. Work the rib cage to stack over the hips as much as you can. Feel the hips opening. Reach tall. And then let's straighten the front leg and forward fold over it. So once again, right hip is subtly pulling back. Reach with a flat back as much as you can so your heart is reaching toward the right foot. Lots and lots and lots of breath. Okay, let's make it a little bit playful. A little bend into the front leg and pop it up, standing splits. You can play here. You can always take a few handstand hops if that's your style. You could play with balancing. Take your right hand to the right ankle. Maybe the left hand to the left ankle. That left leg is lifting high. You're breathing. And then step it back with control. High lunge. Reach to the sky. On your exhale, plant the palms. Make your way back to down dog. You can flow, or you can just press the hips up and down. Huge breaths here, all the way in. All the way out. Inhale. Exhale. Left foot, reach it up and back. Step it in between your hands. High lunge, rise up tall. Sinking into the hips, strong through the core. Straighten the front leg. Exhale, forward fold over it. Square the hips to the front of the mat. The left hip is back, the right hip is forward just a bit. Breathe. And we're taking it to that standing splits. Have fun with it, don't worry too much, right? Bend a little into the front leg, pop it up. Right leg is high, left leg is your standing leg, super strong. Perhaps the left hand grabs the ankle, the right hand goes to the leg. Woo, embrace the shaking. Breathe. Bend into that left leg as you gracefully step the right foot back. Lift yourself up, take a big breath in this high lunge. And then hands down, find your way back to down dog. It's like home base. And breathe here. Let's look forward, slowly, teeny tiny tiptoe steps toward the top of the mat. Enjoy that forward fold stretch as you go. When you get there, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold in half. Rise to standing or reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's take our 2 breaths or so just as a check-in. Inhale. Exhale. You're noticing, how do you feel? How's the breath? How's the heartbeat? Are you sweating? Yes, I am. One more breath here. Good. Let's go ahead and shift all of the weight into the left foot. I'm going to turn just so you can see Slightly better view, but you don't have to. Stand on your left foot, hug the right knee up to your chest. All right, we've been working flexibility, so we're gonna take it into a straight leg outstretch. If that feels like too much, don't do it. Stay with the knee bent. Here's what I'm talking about. So left hand can come to the hip. Right peace fingers can grab the right big toe and you work that right leg straight. But if things are telling you, no, don't do that, then stay right here with the knee bent. Let's take 2 more breaths with the leg straight or toward the front. And then getting playful, open it out to the side, see what happens. You might tip over, that's okay. You can extend the left arm out. You could turn and look at your left hand. With control, bring that leg back to the front. Bring both hands to your hips, trying not to let the foot fall. Stand tall for 3, 2, lift it high, 1, place it back down. Wiggle it all out. Take a breath. Now you know what's coming for the other side. Stand tall on your right leg. Hug the left knee up. Right hand to the hip. Left peace fingers can reach for the left big toe. And you work that leg straight. Breathing. If you like, open it to the side. Catch yourself or just go back to it if you fall out. Right arm can open. Maybe you look at the right hand. Hopefully you're still smiling, or at least enjoying yourself. Take 1 more breath. Bring that left foot to the front. Keep it right there. Hands to the hips, or maybe up high for 3, 2, 1. Let it all go. Woo. Good work. Works those quads, right? Let's step towards the front of the mat again. Take the feet wide, toes off the edges, heels in a bit, hands to your heart. Sink yourself down, down, down. Alasana yogi to squat. Breathe. Roll the weight back on the outer edges of each foot if you can. Maybe the elbows press the knees open a little bit more. Your spine is tall, heart is lifted. You're breathing. Last big inhale here. And exhale. Good, let's bring hands down in front. Crawl or press your way up toward a crow pose. Your knees pressed against the backs of your arms. Your gaze is forward out past the front edge of your mat. You rock the weight into your hands, no need to jump. And then once all that weight is transferred out of the feet, there's nothing left there, maybe you lift them up. That's a strong engagement of the hamstrings as you lift those heels up, like you're trying to kick yourself in the butt. 1 more breath here, and then you find your way to down dog. You can shoot the legs straight back and land in chaturanga, or step, or crawl. Find your way here to down dog somehow. Take some breath. Lift the right leg high. Step it in between your hands. Rise up to high lunge, reaching for the sky. Breathe. Straighten the front leg. This time let's add a little bit of shoulder love. Actually, you know what, let's make it a pyramid pose. So step that back foot in, just enough to feel stable. And then you can take your arms behind you. You can do reverse prayer or something working in that direction. If that's too much pressure anywhere, just reach across and grab opposite elbows. Goal here is to open the chest and the arms and the shoulders. And then with that, forward fold. Try to find equal pressure into both feet. You're not just leaning into that front leg. ahead and release your hands down around the front foot. Good. We're going to pop it up into standing splits once again. So a little bend in the front, lift the left leg. Here you are. Good. And then let's build a little bit of strength here. Pop it down into a Shiva squat. So the left knee tucks underneath the behind of the right, move forward. And then inhale, rise back up. Once again, curl it all into a little ball. Feel that stretch in your calf on the right foot. Woo. Straighten it up. Let's do it one more time. Get low. Open it up high. Step it back. High lunge. Reach for the sky. Breathe. Big inhale. Get light through the upper body. Exhale. Hands to the ground and find your way back to your down dog. Breathing. Left leg reaches up and back. Step it forward, high lunge. Breathe. Straighten the front leg and then step that back foot in, setting up your pyramid pose here. Arms go behind the back, either to elbows or reverse prayer. Big breath in, lift tall, exhale, forward fold. One more big inhale. Big exhale. Release your hands around the front foot. Press up, standing split. Wake that right leg up, reach it. And then bend into your Shiva spine. Tuck the back knee behind. Look forward, feel the calf stretch on the left leg. Inhale, rise it up. Tuck it all down, get little. Get big, straighten it up. One more time, exhale. Inhale, extend. Gracefully rise back to your high lunge. And then exhale, palms to the ground, find your way back, down dog. Breathe like you mean it here. Bend the knees, look forward. Float your feet outside your hands. Come down into that little squat one more time. One more big breath here. And then reach your arms forward. Gracefully have a seat and lift the legs. Straighten up that low back. And breathe. We're going to lower down 1 inch off of the mat. Those feet are hovering. You're so strong. You got this. And then we're going to take it back up. We're breathing here for 2. And then down for 2. Back up for 1. Down for 1. And then arms up and over, feet are still lifted. Flutter for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Take a breath. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself that nice little squeeze. Rock side to side. And then rock yourself up to seated. Good. Let's take a double pigeon here and really get into the outer hips, a little bit more love for your legs. Right shin lays down on the bottom. Left shin will stack on top. I'm going to turn so you get this view. So we're working to stack shin over shin straight across the front of your mat. Feet can stay flexed, which will help if your knees are not loving this. If something hurts in a way that's like an injury, not just the discomfort maybe of a stretch, then stop doing it. You should never walk away from yoga with an injury. If the double is too much, you can straighten your right leg, keep the left leg on top. Either way, you can forward fold and breathe. If you're at home and you have a prop like a block or a pillow or a book, you can also stick that underneath the left thigh, leg, whatever area here, if it's floating up in the air and just needs a little support. Let's take a few more breaths here. You might acknowledge that we hold emotion and tension and stress in the body. And very often, for many of us, that's the hips. So as we're stretching deep into those places where we hold that stress, anxiety, emotion, whatever it might be, sometimes it comes out. It's a great, safe way to release some of that and leave it on the mat. Go ahead and bring yourself back up. Untangle your legs. Feet to the mat, hands behind you, and just do a big windshield wiper twist. Roll all the way to the outer edge of both hips. As you do that, it's almost like you're foam rolling, putting your body weight onto that tissue, helping to work through some of those stuck, bunched up bits of tissue. I've been doing this a lot with a tennis ball, rolling the hips across the tennis ball. I highly suggest it. All right, let's come back up and do the other side. So, left leg across the bottom, right leg across the top. Both legs can be bent or keep the left leg straight out for the sort of half version of this. Sitting up tall. Both sides might not feel exactly the same. That's fine. Work with whatever shows up here today. And then go ahead and forward fold a bit if that adds in a good way for you. We'll take about 3 more nice, slow breaths here. And then gently rise out of it. Untangle those legs. Once again, hands behind you and give yourself some nice big rocks side to side. Knee in the middle with legs stretched straight out front. Sit up as tall as you can. Reach the arms for the sky. Flex your feet so your heels are pressed down. And then reach over your legs. Fall forward. Breathe. Bring yourself all the way back up. Reach the arms forward, round your spine. Really enjoy that curve, press into it, and then lay yourself down. On an inhale, stretch the arms up over your head, take a nice big breath. Hug the knees into the chest, give yourself a squeeze again, maybe a little rock. Side to side. Arms open wide like a T. Let's take a twist. drop the knees over to the left, look toward the right. And then rise through the center. Drop the knees to the right, look to the left. Come back into center. One last time, hug those knees tight and tense. And then on an exhale, release everything out for your Shavasana. I always like to take the arms up high in Shavasana. I like the extra space through the rib cage and shoulders. If you want a little release in your low back, try bending your knees and knocking those knees in against each other. Feet are wide. All of this to say, just find a way to lay here that's going to feel really, truly comfortable. And then just let yourself go. Let's take about 5 more breaths here, all the way in and all the way out. When you're ready, let some movement back in. Wiggle the fingers, the wrists, the toes, and the ankles. Take a full body stretch. Let it feel good. And then turn yourself onto one side. Take this last moment here and just tell yourself thank you. Recognize what a gift to yourself to carve out this time to take care of you. And then when you're ready, no rush at all. Rise back to seated. Your eyes can close, your hands can find your heart. Your hair can be messy, it doesn't matter, I guess. Sitting up nice and tall, let's take 3 breaths together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Bowing forward, we honor this practice for all that it teaches us. Mind, body, spirit, on the mat and off. Thank you all so much for sharing your practice today. Have a lovely weekend. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again next week.